Guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my personal self-evaluation journey and how far it has gone for me and how much good it has done to me as a person, and hopefully you might want to apply it and see how far it will go for you. Before I started my independent journey, I already pictured how I wanted it to be. Like, I pictured everything beautiful, everything perfect, and I hoped that's how it was going to turn out. But when I began it, like literally, there were so many challenges I faced, challenges that I didn't even expect or think I was going to encounter. To be honest, it was a very difficult journey. It was more difficult than I thought, and all of that made me think I was a failure and I wasn't making progress, especially when I start comparing other people's lives. When I see other people on the internet doing better, going places, I feel like I'm a total failure, and then nothing is working. I've carried that feeling with me for years. Sometimes I feel so down and so demotivated that I don't even feel like doing anything productive that is going to push me forward, because I feel like in the end it's still going to end up in no result. It's still going to end up in nothing. I'm still going to go through all those challenges and all those kind of feelings that I don't want to feel, and I'm still in a position where I don't want to be. So I was always focused on what I did not have. That's the flip side of self-evaluation: comparison. When you begin to compare yourself with other people and other things, it brings forth things that you don't have. It puts forward things that you do not have yet, and then it blinds you from how much progress you've made and how far you've gone. To be honest, living alone for me was a very difficult journey, because there were so many times that I didn't think I was going to be able to pull through. There were so many times that I thought, okay, this is the end. I may just have to go back to where I came from or go back to where I started. Like, there were so many times that I met problems that I didn't think I was ever going to overcome, or I didn't think I was ever going to get through. There was an entire year of my life that was filled with problems. I almost tagged that year problem year, because it felt like after one major problem was another major problem to another major problem. I was literally living from problem to problem, and to be honest, that's no exciting way to live. Then all of that demotivated me. All of that made me live in this space where, okay, fine, I'm just living and then nothing is working. I wasn't interested in going after the things I wanted, because all the plans I had, all the things I thought I would do, I was nowhere close to doing them at all. A few weeks back, in the midst of all my thoughts and emotions, I was complaining about how I feel stagnated, how I feel like my life is not close to what I want it to look like, how I feel like things are not working for me. Like, I was just feeling down and demotivated. And I decided to take a quick recap of how I started my journey. I started recalling how I started, how I got my first rent by myself, like how I paid my first rent, how things unfolded, how I got my first job, how I started paying my bills. And I got to realize that really I've come a long way. Like, things have actually changed, things have actually moved. The way I started is not the way I am right now, because how I started, I was not confident in myself. I was scared. I was just starting off my journey for the first time. I was putting myself out there. There were so many qualities I lacked. But looking at myself right now, like, I believe in myself so much, especially my talent in my profession as a chef. I wasn't as confident as I am right now. There's so many things that I couldn't do then, but now I can do. Like, closing my eyes. In fact, if you tap me from sleep, there are so many things that I'll do and they'll come out perfectly right now. And then there were so many things that I had no idea about. So I've understood that I've come a long way, and that encouraged me to evaluate myself further. I remember how challenging and struggling it was for me to pay my first rent. In fact, I had to take a loan to pay my first rent. But my second rent was quite easier for me. I was able to pay without having to call places to lend or to run around or stuff like that, if you understand what I'm saying. How I've been paying my bills with ease. Every other year when I first started, every month I'm like, okay, I don't earn enough money. I have to transport myself, I have to feed myself, I have to pay bills, I have to pay rent. Like, I'm always feeling depressed when I think of my living conditions and my financial situation. But currently that's not the case for me. I may not be living a buoyant life. I may not be traveling places because that's actually one of my dreams. I may not be moving from one flashy restaurant to another, but I've actually improved. And only when I evaluated myself did I realize that I have actually improved, because I always pay my bills with ease and on time. Like, nobody is on my neck. Oh, you've not paid your light bill, you've not paid your gas bill, you've not paid this or that. Like, it always comes at ease. I pay it off and I move forward. I'm lucky to always have transport to go to work. I'm lucky to always have food when I come back home. I don't know if it's luck or if it's, I don't know what to call it, but the point is I've actually moved forward. Something has actually changed. Something has actually gone further. Like, there's progress. And if I keep focusing on things that I don't have yet, places that I am not yet at, things that I want to do that I don't have yet, I'm never going to see how much progress I've made. I'm never going to see how far I've gone. And it's going to keep making me ungrateful. And I'm never going to see how far God has taken me, how much God has answered my prayers. Also, my YouTube journey is a huge part of my life because it's something I decided to do and decided to make a part of my life. Every time I look at my views on YouTube, I'm discouraged and I'm like, what's the point of creating content that I would watch? I didn't create it to watch it. I created it for other people to watch, to draw inspiration, to pick something. Like, I created it to put myself out there, to put some positivity from my perspective out there. So what's the point if people are not viewing it? And it's not like I'm just sitting there creating content. To be honest, I'm trying my best. I'm doing my researches. I'm trying to optimize my SEO or whatever, even though I don't really have a comprehensive understanding, and I can't actually afford to pay for promotions at the moment. So everything I'm doing is just based on the knowledge I have, the research I make, and what other people post out there for promotions and to optimize videos. I do all of that, but most of my videos still don't get views. But I still keep trying. I feel like I should have been in a better place on this journey now, but looking back, like with all this bad experience, like with all this lack of knowledge and little experience I have, I've still been able to make it to 2,000 subscribers in 3 years. Like, it's something to be thankful for. Most times I want to create, I get this negative feeling and negative vibe, like, don't create, there's no point, nobody wants to hear what you're saying, like, nobody's going to watch, so what's the point creating? Like, just let it be. But at the same time, I tell myself I'm never going to find out how far I'm going to go if I just give up on the journey. If I keep creating, at least even if it's one person watching, at least it's something. And for the fact that I find happiness and comfort creating content, coming before my camera, it should be something. Even if I'm not going to do it for the people watching, I should do it for the pleasure I get in coming before the camera, in seeing myself talk, in the editing process. I should do it for the pleasure and just keep going. If I stop creating, then I'm never going to ever find out if people are actually interested in what I'm creating or not before I can get together the algorithm to favor me and stuff like that. I guess the point I'm making is, if you ever doubt yourself, if you ever doubt your journey, you should take a look back at where you started from, at where you came from, at how you started. You understand that you've actually come a long way. You may not be where you want to be yet, but honestly, if you take a look, something has improved, even if it's just one thing. Because taking a look back at my life and everything I desired, I've been honestly able to pick a few things off my bucket list. And to be honest, I didn't even know when I achieved those things because I was so focused on the things that I had not yet achieved. But looking back, I've learned to appreciate my journey. I've learned to be grateful. I've learned to celebrate myself because I feel like I deserve it. I may not be reigning where I want to be and shining and all, but I have to celebrate myself for pushing myself, for putting myself out there, because to be honest, it's not an easy journey. It's not something easy to do. But for the fact that I keep trying to show up, despite the demotivation, despite the challenges, like, just happy. I'm just thankful. And I urge that you take some time to evaluate yourself, to evaluate your journey, so it will help you appreciate yourself for how far you've come. It will help you understand that you've achieved great things. And on this note, I've gotten to realize that challenges and problems are going to keep coming. I just pray and hope that God gives me strength to be able to pull through whatever challenges come my way, because you can never know what is going to come. You can never know what is going to happen next. And some of them might just cripple you in ways that you will not understand. I just hope that won't be the case. And even if that's the case, I just hope I have the strength to keep pushing through. And I hope that we all have the strength to keep pushing ourselves in our journeys until we get to the place that we hope to see ourselves. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. I really hope you picked something on self-evaluation that will help you to evaluate yourself every now and then and appreciate your journey. If you did, kindly give my video a thumbs up. And then if you like what you just watched, you're welcome to subscribe. There's more room for more members of the family. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.